Good morning. It's September 29th, and I was watching a video last night from Jelle from Growing Bonsai, and he was talking about how you can do root pruning and repotting of a deciduous tree even in the fall. And he gave various reasons, such as, the leaves are not, there's not as much demand for water at this time of year. It's quite cool in the evenings. Tree is still essentially producing energy to grow roots. Now this tree is a cherry blossom air layer that I basically have been growing in moss ever since I took the air layering, and so I've been eager to get it out of the moss, but I was worried that I couldn't do that until spring. And after watching his video, I thought maybe I would give this a try. Ultimately, I even want to plant this in the ground because it has this huge wound where the main branch was coming off, which is going to take a long time to heal. And of course, if it's in the ground, as many of you have pointed out, it will heal much quicker. So I'm going to have a look at the roots, see if they are in fact growing vigorously, and if I should do this now or not. It's quite a soft pot. If I decide not to do this, I might not be able to get it back in. Okay, so as you can see, there is a lot of growing tips. This is exactly what he was talking about. Roots are actively growing. It should be an ideal time to do some root pruning. The roots will continue to grow into the fall, and in the spring this will have already been done, and I won't have to wait. Alright, so I just like to spray the tools that I'm going to use for cutting roots with some isopropanol. But let's see if we can dig through some of this moss. Now, one of the things about this is that there is the branch is still underneath here. I don't know if that's visible. Not yet. It will be. I'm going to come around the other side. It's going to take a long time to get through this. I'm going to pause the video and bring it back in a moment. Okay, so as you can see, most of this is moss from when I was originally doing the air layering. And this stump, the branch that I cut off when I made the air layering, is what I really wanted to get out of here. I have another cherry tree over there that I have not yet done this on, and I should do that as well, but maybe not today. So it's not going to be pretty, but I'm going to use my reciprocating saw to try and get in there. Probably cut down this way and miss most of these roots. Maybe a handsaw would be better. But I'm just going to go for it. These roots are quite a bit higher on this side. Might actually lend to it leaning quite a bit. So cut downwards through this and hope for the best. So I'm going to try and get it in through there. Cut away from it a little bit. Okay. Now I might need, I'm not sure actually. I could probably have gone further back, but it's pretty difficult to get close with that. Like it's quite high here, but most of the roots are coming out there, and I will most likely plant it on an angle to make the most use of those roots. Yeah. So I'm not trying to put it back into this. Not trying to put it back into a small pot, so I don't know if I should bother trimming these roots. I can actually plant this in the ground. I guess I should. I should trim back the long ones, because otherwise they're just going to grow down into the hole. Alright, let me grab my scissors. Is too high. This one is coming upwards. This one is actually quite too high too, isn't it? Imagine the front might be something like that, perhaps. Unless I use this. This guy here is never going to look the same. I almost should take that off, but I won't do it today. I won't take anything off the top because all of this needs to go back into root production. So I will plant it like this right now, just in the garden. Just, one last little shot of underneath where the air layer was. Right, so put a little saucer underneath it just to prevent roots going straight down. Hopefully make it a little easier to dig out later without damaging the main root ball. Just a quiet corner of the garden here. I suppose I should have some bone meal down or something, right? So it's been several weeks since I planted this. It's been doing pretty well. I think that it will be happy here for the winter, and I will be leaving it here for several years to try and get it to grow through some of the scarring from the big branches that I've cut off. Might still take that left one off. I guess I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing what I did. There's obviously some dangers involved in heavy root pruning at this time of year. In my case, maybe I'm lucky, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. I mean, obviously, if there are some potential benefits, in my case, I needed to get this thing out of moss and planted. And so I'm happy that that is done. I don't have to do it next spring. And this being in the ground, it should hopefully fare well in the winter. And hopefully next year grow quite well. I'm gonna have to prune this back to some degree soon. Maybe after the leaves fall. Starting to come off, but they're not quite ready. I think for the most part it looks like it's doing fine. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.